Welcome to Why It's So Bright at Night. This is the show where I find something cool in the news or I've seen it. I touch base and I try and find the people, the participants involved in that story. So this is usually a one-on-one show. I know in the past we've had one-on-three, but this is going to be a fun one. I stumbled across this link when I was doing my news poll last month, I believe it was, and essentially it was a link posted by a senior at NC State University named Vasu Menon. And what Vasu did was he created a website that is called stargazer.org. And that's going to be stargazer with a Z and an R, all in one word. That's not to be confused with stargazer.ai, which is some kind of financial software. So don't look at that. You're looking at stargazer.org, again, with a Z and an R. Vasu, welcome to Why It's So Bright at Night. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay. So hi, my name is Vasu. I am a rising senior at NC State. And in my free time, I love to, make websites, just make programs and things like that. I'm a computer science student, so one of my hobbies is, creating fun programs. So yeah, that's how I kind of, started this little project of mine.
Why did you pick this particular topic, I guess?
So in the past, I've gone stargaze with my dad, but the first time I went by myself was like 2 years ago, and I went to this place like an hour or two north from where I am at Raleigh, North Carolina. And it's a place called Stanton River, in Virginia. And the first time I went with my sister, and it was a very beautiful experience. So the second time, I got all my friends, and we decided we could just go to this spot and just chill out there. But the moment we went there, we realized it was a full moon, so we couldn't see anything. It was like the moon was like blinding our eyes. So I realized like there has to be like a kind of like a one stop solution to like for like amateur people just to click a button and see the best times to kind of to go stargazing. So initially, I made a program for myself. All it was is like you put in your location, which for me was the Staunton River Park, and it would tell me the weather and it would tell me the conditions and like how uh how bright the moon is and things like that. So the whole point was I would use it by myself, and I realized that if I create like a front end and if I deploy it on like a web server or something like that, other people can use it as well. So that's when I kind of the idea for this project hatched. So initially it started as something for me to use, but now I realize like other people could find value in it too.
Yeah, this is a really cool little website. So I have it up on the screen right now. For you listening at home, there's a there's a spot where it says enter your location. First thing you do when you get to stargaze.org, it asks you for your location, your US zip code, and you can either type in your zip code or you can use your browser based location, which again is good when because most of this is probably mobile, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very good. I'm gonna type in my zip code here and it's going to search for the closest locations to where I live. So it'll search through the locations and it will give me some dark sky zones. So it'll say that for me to actually see the Milky Way, I was go out to Cherry Springs State Park, which is 166 miles. But then this is the thing I didn't realize. When you look at as the crow flies, the direct line distance down Big Sky Meadow State Park, which is in the Shenandoah area, I believe, down in Virginia, is only a few more miles past that. So these are usually about Bortle 4, I believe, is like it looks like that's the cutoff. Is that right?
Yeah, the way that these are indexed is they're all like certified dark sky zones from like darksky.org. So all these are like parks that come from their website.
Oh, okay. That's really neat. Okay. Uh, so I'm looking on the interface. I have dark sky zones on the left, and it takes me to all of the different places that I could get to. Rappahannock County Park, 188 miles away. But then, if I want to look, as you were saying, checking out the lunar schedule, you don't think about this when you're starting out, right? And it tells me the best time to go is April 15th. And April 15th, I'm sorry, August 15th. August 15th is going to be about a week away from the recording date we have here. And that August 15th date should be third quarter, I believe. Was this first? Is that
Yeah,
first quarter?
yeah. Sometimes the API key is like it's still a work in progress, so still working on that.
It's all
Yeah,
good. But
yeah,
it's pretty cool. I like what you're doing here. I like your vision, right?
yeah,
So it tells you hey, how good it kind of scores it, right?
Right.
Scoring what it thinks that Friday, August 15th is going to be, saying overall 69%, the weather is 73% favorable, and the astronomy is basically the moon, I guess, is what you're asking, right? How much of the
Yeah.
sky is taken up by the moon is at about 66%. So when I'm looking at this guy here for the weather, what are you using to gauge the weather?
So the weather is also like a free API that I use, and all you do is you give it a set of like coordinates, and it'll give you the weather for some time. So yeah, it's free. All I do is I use like another service to get that information.
Do you
Same thing
do
for
you know
the
who they're basing? Do you know who they're basing the weather on?
it's called Open Weather API. I think they have their own weather retrieval services. I'm not exactly sure. If somebody got have to look that up. It's called Open Weather API, I think.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with that one, but I'm sure some listeners are. So
Yeah.
that's pretty neat right there, and you can see it. You can see kind of like the utility of this site. Uh, once obviously, this is the project you're working on, and
Right.
I assume your spare time, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
one of the
and
goals I had for this was to make it like open source. So if other people are experiencing the technologies I'm using, like, and they're passionate about this type of stuff, they can contribute to the code base like directly. So I feel like it could be like a community type thing. That was my goals.
yeah,
This
I really like this because this simplifies everything that I already do. Right, like when I'm looking to go out stargazing, or if I'm in an area that say I'm not familiar with and I'm trying to find some dark sky locations, I have like 4 or 5 different apps that I have to kind of go to figure out and triangulate and try and figure out where everything is. This right here is a just I just punch in my zip code. It brings up some good spots, and then it tells me even better what the opportunities might be, what percentage opportunities I have at those nights. So this is pretty neat. This is great stuff. So, have you had any feedback from people in, say, amateur astronomers or anyone um, who actually uses it outside of, say, you or your friends?
Yeah. So the main thing I've heard was like to have like a community location kind of feature where people can submit like their own locations. So all these locations, like there's only like it's a limited amount of locations that I have right now, which comes from like the darksky.org site. But if somebody has like their own spot and they find that, it has dark skies and they had good experiences going there, they could theoretically be able to like submit new zones and people should be able to review comments, like upvote, downvote, things like that. Something like a functionality like that would be super useful. That's something I've heard as well.
Yeah, and would you, I guess, open up the portal a little higher for that? Because I feel like a lot
Yeah,
of local spots would be portal 5,
yeah,
that range.
yeah, yeah. I definitely use that. The way the Bortle is calculated right now is there's another website service that it uses. So it's all coordinate based. So if you put in a coordinate, it'll automatically tell you like the Bortle scale score for that. So
Very cool. Yeah, I mean, this is excellent. This is very, very neat, and I look forward to seeing how it grows because I like I want to use it in the future.
yeah,
So
hopefully
how long
hopefully
did it
people
take you
start
to?
using them.
Yeah, how long did it take you to pull this together?
So the initial script that I had like that I just used myself, it took me like a day or two. But making the full web application probably took like a week. But using AI especially really helped like streamline and make the whole process more efficient. Like the entire user interface and things like that. A lot of it is used. A lot of it is coded by AI. So I really learned using AI can really kind of speed up your 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 progress. So, I mean, after using all that, it probably took like a week or two.
Yeah, you got some practical application in there. That's great. Good stuff, man. So, what are your plans for the future? You're going graduation's coming up, right? You have
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, move out, get like a job or something in a city that's like the dream.
excellent. Well, thank you, Vasu, for spending some time with me today. This is really cool. I hope the listener and viewer at home can really enjoy it and partake in using it. And we look forward to seeing what you're going to do in the future with it because I think all of those new added features and updates will really be beneficial. I think a lot of people are going to get some good use out of it. So, do you want to plug it one more time or would
Yeah, I mean,
you?
head over to stargazer.org. If you know programming, feel free to contribute. And if you scroll all the way down, there's the GitHub link, and you can contact me and stuff there. Thank you.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Vasu. If you're interested in learning more about light pollution news and what we do over here, you can visit our website, lightpollutionnews.com, and you can find us on nearly all social media outlets. As a reminder, it's the listener supported show. So if you like it, why not subscribe or share? And if you like something you heard, why not share with a friend? Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Bill.